Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. We're having some fun doing non-pop country music reactions. We're in our 7th year, and Roger Smith made a gift to the channel for me to do this song of Jason Eady's, Way Down in Mississippi. Roger also sent me the shirt after he went to a Jason Eady concert. You've been to a number of Jason's concerts, Roger, so thank you for the shirt as well, my friend. I don't know the song, but you said that this is autobiographical about Jason's journey in music. Now, Jason's the real deal. He's an artist, plain and simple. And one song I did of his a while back, I think it was the first one I had done, and it was blocked worldwide, was AM Country Heaven. And I gave it a 10, and it was blocked, which sucked. But I've done a number of other Jason songs that have not been blocked, and the dude is just... he's got it, you know, lyrically, musically, the whole nine. So let's get into this one, Roger, shall we? Here we go. Is he from Mississippi? Got about you feel.
Way down in Mississippi, I got the music in my bones. I'll take you there if you wanna come with me. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home. Mama and Daddy always had something going. Whether we was home or driving around, the very first thing that I remember, singing along to the country sound. Way down in Mississippi, I got the music in my bones. I'll take you there if you wanna come with me. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home.
Well, I love it as a song called Church. It's like a 7-minute song. I may have reviewed it years ago. This has similarities to it.
Oh, we went to church with the jumping and shouting, singing hallelujah and clapping hands. I joined in with that choir singing, one day we're gonna join that angel band. Way down in Mississippi, I got the music in my bones. I'll take you there if you wanna come with me. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home. Tuesday nights we'd all get together, singing Ralph Stanley and Bill Monroe. I still love that bluegrass pig and learned to sing High Lonesome way down low. Way down in Mississippi, I got the music in my bones. I'll take you there if you wanna come with me. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home. Well, I grew up and I started playing, and it ain't Mississippi without the blues. Everything changed on that old front porch when J.C. Cannon taught me that groove. Way down in Mississippi, I got the music in my bones. I'll take you there if you wanna come with me. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home. Well, after a while I made my way to Texas. I learned how the poets did it their own way. But I wouldn't be here making this music if it weren't for the sound of my younger days. Way down in Mississippi, I got the music in my bones. I'll take you there if you wanna come with me. I'm gonna go back home.
Gets in your bones.
Way down in Mississippi, I got the music in my bones. I'll take you there if you wanna come with me. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home.
I don't know if that was coordinated. Sounded more like Rihanna. Get it. all day to this. Like in a trance. Yeah. I was right though in the beginning. I didn't know where he was going to go with this, what type of song it would be. But I'm like, man, this has like a Bayou Cajun sort of feel to it. And then he went there. I mean, it was different, as Jason always does something different. But yeah, you could feel it. And then he's got like that church vibe to it. And he mentioned church in this thing and angels. Something about angels singing. Angels were mentioned, I think, by the word was anyway used. But yeah, I mean, that was a simple autobiographical. I would have figured it out too that this was autobiographical, Roger. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to know that kind of thing going in. But this was just on the nose, letting him know he went back there. Then he moved to Texas, I think, where he said, where I learned how the poets did it. I immediately thought of like Ray Wiley Hubbard and like John Prine, folks like that. Maybe even Chris Christopherson, whoever he was referencing in Texas, where I'm quite sure he said the poets. And there are folks just who economize so well with words, which is poetry, but you have to be an observer of life and then have just a wonderful saturated grasp of English language and how words connect. It's just the poets are the most brilliant prose writers. Like when they shift over, like a Mary Carr type, and they shift over into prose writing, just regular, quote unquote, regular writing, they're second to none. I mean, absolutely just brilliant, because they just, something about how they understand language and communicating it, not just like this vocabulary. But Jason does things with word. This was a very simple song by Jason's standards, no question about it. And I think by design, because Jason could complicate, make a song more complex or involved narratively, contextually, as he pleases, because he's one of those folks who has that grasp of how to use language, how to communicate it, how to build a song around it. I'm pretty sure Jason starts with lyrics and then adds the music. But of course, there are certain times where you get a melody in your head and you're like, I got to write something to that. But he's a wordsmith, firstly. And then he, gave props to was it JC someone or whatever, who taught him, I think, a guitar chord or something, and all that. So he just go back to his roots. And sometimes you want to go back to square one if you're in a funk, creatively, like within the context of this song, musically, creatively. If you get in a funk, you go back to your roots, go back to where it started, and then it's kind of like a mini vacation, and you come out with some different ideas. That's the hope, anyway. But the backing on this, because he's married to Courtney Patton. And when I hear female on there, I think, oh, maybe that's Courtney, but I don't think so. I mean, there's a moment in the end, and I commented on it, where the backing vocalist sounded a little bit more like Rhiannon Giddens, or just sort of had her cadence. But nonetheless, yeah, just to put that together, where you're taken back to where he is, but you don't, where he grew up, his story, he took you on his journey. The music accompanied it. And that was just a nice, sweet story, not overly complex. So, all right, I'm going to rate this one. And the number that popped, I don't need my Zimbabwe hat. The number that popped into my head was an 8.8. There was a little bit of intrigue to see where he would go with it, only because I know much more of Jason's cat. I know, some of his songs, the way he developed. So I'm like, is there going to be a twist in this where something went wrong or something went right and all this? But no, it's just simple. It's really quite simple. And I appreciate that. So there it is, guys. A little Cajun twist on Halloween. Courtesy of Roger Smith and Jason Eady. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.